Hey guys, Ivan's Quantic here, and I got something different. I am doing an NXT review because yes, NXT Takeover Brooklyn just happened. What an incredible event, and I'm going to review everything, all the matches, all 6 matches. And well, this was an incredible event, I gotta say. Honestly, I gotta say, I thought I thought this event was going to be shit. I thought it was just going to be a pushover, whatever, doesn't really matter. But boy, was I wrong. This pay-per-view was incredible, and yes, it's a pay-per-view now. It was as good as a pay-per-view. It's better than most pay-per-views, actually. It was incredible. So yeah, NXT Takeover Brooklyn was awesome. I thought it was gonna be shit just because most of the matches were predictable, like the double main event. Finn Balor versus Kevin Owens and Bayley versus Sasha Banks. Those 2 matches were like really predictable. So I'm like, you know what? The 2 main events predictable. It's probably gonna end up being shit. But boy, was I wrong. I'm surprised. I wasn't really hyped at all about it. I wasn't hyped at all. But now, after this, I'm like so excited. This was such a good event. I was proven so wrong. Like, thanks Triple H for putting on an incredible event. So yeah, I'm gonna go review each match and tell you guys what I thought, because it was an incredible night. So yeah, straight off the bat, it starts off with the promo with Triple H. He's talking, he's talking about how NXT is taking over Brooklyn, blah blah blah, whatever. It cuts a promo. Oh, and I should say, I didn't take notes on this actually. Like, usually when I do a pay-per-view review, I take notes on everything, but I didn't do it this time because I didn't actually think I was going to review this. I thought it was just going to be pretty bad, but it was awesome. Triple H comes out, he's talking about NXT Takeover Brooklyn, whatever. But then, you get all these models coming out, they're all dressed up as, like, New York, like, things like the Statue of Liberty, Empire State Building and stuff, and then it's those chicks dressed up. I'm like, why is there, like, a fashion show at NXT? What the fuck is this? And I'm like, this is so stupid. People came here to see wrestling, not women dressed up as buildings. But then you hear Tyler Breeze music and you're like, oh, it's Tyler Breeze. Of course it is. And then, you hear Tyler Breeze's music and he comes out and he's all in gold and it looks really cool. So he's walking down. Tyler Breeze has his entrance. It's pretty cool. It's pretty much exactly the same as his last pay-per-view entrance, where all the models came out and stuff. But yeah, Tyler Breeze come out. He got a really good reaction. I gotta say, the crowd here was amazing. The crowd was really good today. New York's pretty much always a good crowd, and this was like an incredible crowd. So yeah, Tyler Breeze comes out, whatever, and then Justin Thunder Liger comes out. Oh my god, he's back, and he's using his actual theme song. The theme song he used in WCW and TNA. I'm pretty sure this is the same theme song. If it's not, it's pretty similar. But it's like the anime. It's like anime music, some cartoon stuff. It's pretty cool. It fits him. It fits him perfectly. Justin Thunder Liger comes out. He's got his classic mask out. He's got like his red and white attire. He looks sick. He runs out, and then Tyler Breeze versus Justin Thunder Liger starts. And well, this match was like one of my most hyped matches to see Justin Thunder Liger debut. Actually, I didn't realize that it was his WWE debut. I didn't realize that. I thought he would have been in WWE. I didn't know that. But yeah, Justin Thunder Liger, you know him from WCW, New Japan, TNA. I never realized he wasn't in WWE, but this was his WWE debut, and for him to actually come here, and actually come to WWE when he's like really old, when he was like 50 something, that's pretty cool because for him to like pretty much start his career again. Yeah, his Justin Thunder Liger is 50 exactly. So yeah, I love how TNA's bringing in all the older people like to reinvigorate their career, like Rhino and Justin Thunder Liger and stuff. That's awesome. So yeah, Tyler Breeze versus Justin Thunder Liger had some pretty good spots. Tyler Breeze, when Tyler Breeze goes on the ropes, he does his classic thing where he sits at the top of the ropes, and then Justin Thunder Liger does the same thing, and the crowd goes nuts. The crowd went nuts for Justin Thunder Liger. It was so good. This match was so awesome. Yeah, Justin Thunder Liger ends up winning with the Liger Bomb, which is like pretty much a running power bomb, but it was really good. Justin Thunder Liger wins. I actually thought, I don't know, I was thinking, I was like 50-50 on who could win this match. I was thinking Tyler Breeze might win it, he's Tyler Breeze, he's done some pretty good stuff. But yeah, obviously Justin Thunder Liger had to win it, and I'm happy about it. The ending was good. It was his Liger Bomb I haven't seen in ages, so that was really awesome. Justin Thunder Liger beats Tyler Breeze in 8 minutes and 37 seconds. That's how long the match went for. Next up, we had the Vaudevillains, Aiden English and Simon Gotch, with Blue Pants, who defeated Blake and Murphy for the NXT Championships with Alexa Bliss. Yes, the Vaudevillains are your new NXT Tag Team Champions. So it starts off, they make their entrance and they got like trench coats and top hats on. It's so cool. And the commentators are like, oh yeah, the Vaudevillains came here on steam trains and stuff. Oh, that's so good. The whole gimmick where like really olden guys from like the 1800s or something. It's really awesome. So yeah, they came out in like trench coats with the top hat, and it's awesome. Vaudevillains came out and they versus Blake and Murphy, and Blake and Murphy actually got booed. I didn't think they would get booed, but yeah, I guess the heels they're supposed to get booed. But yeah, they came with Alexa Bliss, and this match was really good. It was for the NXT Tag Team Championships, and in this match there was actually quite a few times where I thought the match was gonna win, especially where Aiden English hit his senton bomb on Blaker or Murphy. He hit his senton bomb on Murphy, and I thought that was the end. He hit the senton bomb, and I swear, if we stopped time, like when he was pinning him, I thought that would have been the end of the match. That was so good. But no, Murphy kicked out, and the match continued. It was such a good match, especially you know on NXT like leading up to this match, you've had the whole thing where Alexa Bliss keeps slapping the Vaudevillains, but Vaudevillains can't hit back because you know chivalry and shit. But yeah, so this time they didn't want to take her shit anymore, so they brought in everyone's favorite Blue Pants, and Blue Pants aligned themselves with the Vaudevillains. So yeah, Blue Pants actually like had a brawl with Alexa Bliss. They like fought it out, and it was really good. They fought it out. Alexa Bliss, you know, got beaten up by Blue Pants, which ultimately let the Vaudevillains win because you know Alexa Bliss is out of the equation. So then the Vaudevillains, Aiden English hit his like swinging neck breaker finish thing. I don't know, it's like a swinging reverse neck break. I don't know exactly what it is, but that's his finisher. He hit it, and then they won the NXT Tag Team Championships. The crowd went crazy, which is awesome. I think the Vaudevillains definitely deserve it. I mean, Blake and Murphy have been tag team champions for quite a while, and I don't even know why they won their tag team championships. Like, they won their tag team championships in, like, their debut or something. It was really weird. Like, no one knew who they were, and they just won the championships. So, they got really pushed. They got pushed big time, and I didn't even know why. But yeah, Vaudevillains are now the tag team champions. Good as, I hope we get some really good shit from them in the future with Simon Gotch and Aiden English. That was a really good match. It went for 10 minutes. Next up, we had Ty Dillinger, the Perfect 10, versus Apollo Crews, who made his debut. And this was awesome. Ty Dillinger, I fucking love this guy. You know, with the Perfect 10, and he comes out in his theme song and he keeps flashing with his hands, the Perfect 10. And oh my god, I looked at his hair, and I'm like, is that a 10 in your hair? What the fuck? This guy got a 10 carved into his hair. Oh my god, talk about getting in character. That's fucking hilarious. Yeah, Ty Dillinger actually got the 10 into his hair. I love his Perfect 10 gimmick, and you know the crowd pretty much, you know how the crowd holds up heaps of Cesaro section signs. This time there were heaps of 10 signs, and it was really awesome. Ty Dillinger, but that's not even the main focus. No, Ty Dillinger isn't main focus. Apollo Crews makes his debut. You may know Apollo Crews by Hoo-Ha Nation. And well, honestly, I didn't know anything about Hoo-Ha Nation. I don't know who Apollo Crews is. When they were first like putting you know, the vignettes for Apollo Crews' debut, I'm like, who the hell is this guy? He looks pretty cool, but why is he getting such like so many vignettes? I have no idea who he is. But yeah, he was Hoo-Ha Nation, and he made his debut. And when he entered his ring, I like his theme song. It's pretty cool. It starts off and it like drops the bass or some shit like that, and he comes out. It's good as he walks out and he's like, he looks at his Titantron. He's like, hey, that's me. That's my name and stuff. This guy, like straight away when he first said like, oh, that's me. That's my name. I'm like, oh, this guy has charisma. I'm gonna love this guy. And yeah, throughout the match, Apollo Crews, he was like talking and stuff throughout the whole match. He's like got really good charisma. Hopefully he can like lead the company. Just he feels like The Rock, you know what I mean? He can get some slogans in there because he's really good on the mic. But that's not it, because he's super athletic. Like at the start of the match, Ty Dillinger did like a cartwheel, and he was like getting everyone hyped up for that. And then so Ty Dillinger did a cartwheel, and then Apollo Crews came out and did like 5 backflips and like 4 cartwheels, and I'm just like, what the fuck is this guy doing? As soon as he did that, he did like 4 backflips, and like, oh, this guy, I'm gonna love this guy. And yeah, throughout the whole match, like, Apollo Crews was, like, doing some really athletic stuff. Yeah, the match was actually pretty slow. I mean, Ty Dillinger, I remember just Ty Dillinger just having Apollo Crews in a headlock for half the match. But if no one was in the headlock, then they were doing some pretty athletic shit. Apollo Crews is, like, super athletic. I love this guy. And he ends up winning. He does a gorilla press, you know, like the Ultimate Warrior, and he does a standing moonsault onto Ty Dillinger, and he wins the match. I mean, I've seen the vignettes where he keeps doing standing moonsaults. I'm like, that's really awesome, but that should be like his signature, right? I mean, a standing moonsault isn't a finisher, is it? I hope he gets a different finisher, because a standing moonsault should just be his signature, not really his finisher. But yeah, Apollo Crews, I'm definitely going to love this guy. This guy has charisma. This guy's athletic. Like, pretty much, he's gonna be my favorite superstar. I want to buy his t-shirt right now. It's awesome. I'm going to fucking love Apollo Crews. So yeah, Apollo Crews defeats Ty Dillinger. And also, I really like Ty Dillinger as well. That's it. And next up, we actually had quite an interesting matchup, because this was honestly like my most anticipated matchup of the night. Only because this match was one of the most like matches that wasn't predictable, if you know what I mean. All the other matches were pretty predictable, apart from like the tag team match wasn't that predictable. I thought the Vaudevillains would win, but there was still a bit of chance that the other guys would win. But this match was the only one where I'm like, you know, it's 50-50. I don't really know who's going to win. And also, I love both these guys. I don't understand. By the way, the match I'm talking about is Samoa Joe versus Baron Corbin. I just want to say, why does everyone hate Baron Corbin? I don't understand. He's literally Goldberg. He just comes out there, hits his finisher, wins the match, leaves in 3 seconds. That's exactly what Goldberg does. And everyone's out here saying, oh, Baron Corbin can't wrestle, he's shit, blah, blah, blah. I mean, Goldberg only had 3-second matches, and you guys loved him. I don't understand. And Goldberg and Baron Corbin both have awesome entrances. But yeah, by the way, you guys always keep forgetting these. Everyone's like, Baron Corbin, shit, he can't wrestle and stuff. Everyone's forgetting NXT is developmental. You realize NXT is where you're supposed to get better. I mean, you're not supposed to be the greatest wrestler of all time in NXT. He's obviously going to get better. I mean, NXT is so good. People keep forgetting that NXT is actually developmental. I mean, no one's supposed to be amazing in NXT. But since NXT is so good, everyone's forgetting. But yeah, Samoa Joe versus Baron Corbin. This match was, as I said, I love both of these guys. So I didn't know who was going to win. I thought Samoa Joe probably will win, and he did, and it was awesome. I mean, they came out and it was really good. They got into the brawl straight away. I loved it. Baron Corbin, ultimately at the end, he tapped out. I mean, there was so many spots in this match. Like it was just a fight. It was like there was like heaps of they were just punching each other. Went outside the ring. They just punched each other. It was a fight. It was a fist fight. And then there was like a couple times where some Baron Corbin was actually on the top rope. It looked like he was gonna get hit with the Muscle Buster, but no, he reversed it. Another time Samoa Joe was gonna get into the end of days, but no, he reversed it. It was really, really good. And then Samoa Joe actually won the match at the very last minute. I thought the ending was awesome, where Baron Corbin went for like the pin. He had him in the pin, and then Samoa Joe like flips him straight into the choke. That was so cool. The ending where Samoa Joe was like in the pin, and then he just like flipped him straight into the choke. That was so good. The ending, and then Baron Corbin passed out in the choke. That was amazing. Samoa Joe now has, you know, pretty much his second finisher. He has the Muscle Buster, and now he has the, I forgot what this submission's called. I completely forgot. I don't watch much TNA, so I forgot. Anyway, I'm just going to call it choke for now. He's got the choke now. It's like his established finisher. Baron Corbin passed out. So the ref rang the bell. Actually, I was expecting the ref to you know, raise Baron Corbin's arm 5 times, but that didn't happen. He just called the match straight away. And yes, Samoa Joe wins, and then Baron Corbin woke up a few seconds later like, what the hell did I lose? The match was awesome. It was a fist fight. It's exactly what we wanted it to be. And the ending where Baron Corbin passed out was as good as it could have been. But the only problem here is like, what is Samoa Joe doing in WWE? When he debuted last pay-per-view, he was like, he debuted in the main event, and he helped save Sami Zayn, I think. Yeah, Sami Zayn, and against Kevin Owens, he just stared down with Kevin Owens. We all thought Kevin Owens and Samoa Joe would start a rivalry, but no. After that, like after his debut, Samoa Joe hasn't done anything in WWE. I expected him to get pushed more. I mean, when he comes out, he gets like, He gets a good reaction, but it's not as good as I thought his reaction would be. It's just like any other wrestler. Yeah, his reaction's a good reaction, but not as good as it should be. He's not even getting pushed in WWE. He's not doing much. I'm saying, why? What is Samoa Joe doing? I really think that this main event should have been Finn Balor versus Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe should have been like main evented to the main event of NXT. I mean, now he's just down doing nothing really. You know what I mean? Kevin Owens is on the main event. What's he doing in NXT? He should just stay over in NXT. I really didn't like how Kevin Owens was actually in the main event against Finn Balor. Even though the match was awesome, I mean, it made it so predictable that Finn Balor is going to win. So it should have been like Samoa Joe versus Finn Balor for the NXT title. That way, because Kevin Owens has a match tomorrow, you know what I mean? He's at SummerSlam, so why don't you give his opportunity to someone else like Samoa Joe who's not doing anything? And yeah, Kevin Owens, and then it would be more predictable. You can give more opportunities. Plus, Kevin Owens, like, WWE, like, on the main roster doesn't really like to mention that Kevin Owens is even on NXT. They're trying to push him away on it. So then why the hell is he, like, in that main event? It was really weird. But yeah, Samoa Joe should get, like, more of a push. I don't understand why he's pretty much like a mid-carder of WWE, and his reactions aren't even as good as I wanted, as they should be. So yeah, Samoa Joe defeated Baron Corbin by submission. And now we're getting into our two main events, because we have Bayley versus Sasha Banks for the NXT Women's Championship. And this is all about a story of redemption. No one said Bayley could do it, and she finally did it. And first of all, you know, they come out. Bayley has in her entrance, she has her massive blow-up things. You see him at the car dealership, you know, those big blow-up doll things anyway, and she's floating around. It's cool. It's Bayley. You know what to expect. But then Sasha Banks, in her entrance, she comes out in like a Hummer. She comes out and she's got like security all around her in the car, and it's so cool. She comes out and then, you know, the security like holds the ropes for her, lifts her into the ring, and she's like, she is the definition of a boss. And yeah, Sasha Banks is the NXT champion, and she goes into this match. And well, I think it's not far of a stretch to say this match, Bayley vs Sasha Banks, could have been like the best match of the night. It was really, really good. This is like Alita vs Trish Stratus here. This is like going into history of like the women's like greatest wrestling match ever. I mean, last pay-per-view we had Bayley vs Becky Lynch, which was like amazing, and now we have Bayley vs not Bayley vs Becky Lynch. I mean Sasha Banks vs Becky Lynch, which was amazing, and now we have Bayley vs Sasha Banks, which was awesome. It's like, yeah, this could have been the best match of the night. There were so many spots. I mean, the whole story where Bayley, like, you know, couldn't do it, and she's had like 3 NXT Women's Championship matches. She's never done it, and now finally she did it, and this was awesome, especially where Becky Lynch. No, why do I keep saying Becky Lynch? Jeez, Sasha Banks had Bayley in the bank statement, and like I thought she was gonna tap out. I was like on the edge of my seat. I thought she was gonna tap out, but no, she didn't. She didn't tap out, and then Bayley put Sasha Banks in the bank statement. I'm like, oh, that's so good. Is she gonna tap? Is she gonna tap? Oh my god. I thought she would have tapped, but no. And then finally, like straight after that, she hits her with the fucking belly to Bayley, Bayley to belly, and then she goes to the pin. I thought that was it. 1, 2, no, she kicks out. I was on the edge of my seat for like this whole match. It was so good. And like the part where Sasha Banks puts Bayley on the top rope. You know, she usually does a thing where she stabs her knees into the opponent through the middle rope, but she does it on the top rope. That was so good. And finally, the ending, Bayley hits the belly to Bayley on Sasha Banks and finally gets it. The crowd were amazing. This was awesome. This could have been the match of the night. Like, there was so many good spots, especially like the outside. Oh my god, where you know, Sasha Bayley had her injured hand, and Sasha Banks would like took her wrapping off. She started slamming it on the steel steps, and she puts her hand in between the steel steps and the actual like the screen, and smashes it in between the steel steps. Oh my god, that would have been terrible. And then Bayley's like on the ground, and then, you know, the ref is like outside. He's through the ropes, and then Sasha Banks flies on top of the ref. She does a suicide dive on top of the ref onto Bayley. That was probably my favorite spot of the night, where she did the suicide dive over the ref onto Bayley. That was incredible, yeah. But finally, Bayley has done it. She's celebrating with NXT Women's Championship. And who comes out? You got Team PCB apart from Paige. You got Charlotte and Becky Lynch running out there celebrating with Bayley. Bayley finally did it. This was like the most predictable match because, you know, Sasha Banks is on the main roster. Obviously, she's going to lose the title. It was really predictable, so I wasn't really excited for the match. But this match was incredible, and I definitely should have been excited because it was so good. But the ending was really, really weird. I understand. So, Bailey, Charlotte, and Becky Lynch are all hugging it out. You know, Bailey finally did it. She's finally the NXT Women's Champion. But then Sasha Banks comes out there, and she, like, hugs with them. She's hugging Charlotte, Bailey, and Becky Lynch. And I'm like, what the fuck? You're a heel. I understand this could have been a face turn, but no, you got a match tomorrow where you're, like, a heel. Tomorrow, she's part of, you know, Team Bad, where she's versing Charlotte and Becky Lynch. And for her to, like, just hug them now, that was really weird. I mean, maybe I expect, like, hey, you could do that could lead to a face turn, but it's obviously not because, you know, she's in Team BAD. So, like, why is she hugging Bailey and stuff? This didn't make any sense. Especially the fact that it's probably gonna go unnoticed. She's still gonna act like a heel. So I'm saying, why does she hug her? That was really weird. But yeah, the match was probably the best night of the match. Oh, best match of the night. Sorry, it was awesome. Next up, we had our main event: Finn Balor, Kevin Owens ladder match, NXT Championship, and this to me, this was the match of the night. I love this. I was on the edge of my seat the whole match. It was incredible. I reckon this was probably like one of the best matches of best ladder matches in recent history. It was definitely some people are saying that Dean Ambrose with Seth Rollins was a better ladder match than this. I completely disagree. This was way better. Especially the fact this match went for half an hour and it felt like 5 minutes to me. That's crazy. I watched the whole match. It felt like 5 minutes, but no, the match went for half an hour. That's pretty crazy. Finn Balor vs. Kevin Owens in the ladder match was amazing. Starts off Finn Balor. No, Kevin Owens comes out. He doesn't really have an entrance. Finn Balor, of course, has his war paint on. He does his amazing entrance, his sexy entrance. So good. He comes out, you know, with all the face paint, and it looks awesome. He comes out, and, you know, the match starts. It's a ladder match, so they're trying to run to get the ladders and stuff. There was so many spots. Pretty much like every other second, there was a crazy spot. My favorite spot of the night was probably where they had the ladder set up, and then Kevin Owens put the ladder against the ladder, so he put the ladder against the rope and against it. If you watch the match, you know what I'm talking about. And he's gonna suplex Finn Balor onto the ladder. Oh my god, I was freaking out. I'm like, no, you can't suplex Finn Balor onto the fucking ladder. Oh my god, I was like freaking out for because it took like 10 minutes because Finn Balor kept like reversing it, and I'm like, oh, I'm so fucking just do something already. I'm so amped up. I was on the edge of my seat for the whole time. Yeah, so Finn Balor didn't get suplexed onto the ladder. He headbutted Kevin Owens, and Kevin Owens fell on the ladder, and that was pretty awesome. Kevin Owens then was like on the ground. Finn Balor did a coup de grace from the ladder onto him. That was amazing. The final moments was a coup de grace onto Kevin Owens from the ladder. That was awesome, and especially the thing with ladder matches is like pretty much every ladder match is where there's a spot happens where your opponent is down, so then the person like climbs the ladder, and he climbs really slowly because there's no one to stop him, but he's not supposed to win the match yet, you know what I mean? So he climbs really, really slowly, and he like wobbles the ladder around. He's going really, really slowly, waiting for something to happen. Pretty much the best example of this was Eddie Guerrero vs. Rey Mysterio SummerSlam, you know, where it's like, where the fuck was Vicky? We all know that. Yeah, that's the biggest example, but like every single ladder match, you know, this happens, and this time it did happen, but wasn't as bad as some other times. I thought it was pretty good. There wasn't any of that where you have to like climb the ladder really, really slowly, you know what I mean? But yeah, the match was awesome, especially they started fighting in the crowd as well. Finn Balor got like thrown into the crowd area, so he got like pretty much like suplex into the crowd area, and there's no padding there, so he got like suplex onto concrete. Oh my god, it was crazy. There was heaps of like reversals, especially Finn Balor got like thrown through the announce desk. It was awesome. This match was incredible. Like every other second, there was an awesome spot. I can't think. I'm trying to think of all the amazing spots. I'm just like getting stuck on these two spots that happened. But yeah, the match was awesome. Pretty much every other second, something incredible happened. This was definitely the match of I completely think this was the match of the night. It's awesome. This to me was like one of the best ladder matches in history. Even though like recent history. Even though I thought this match was going to be shit, I thought Kevin Owens, you should just stay on the main roster. Don't go back to NXT. You got nothing to do here. I thought it was going to be shit. I thought the match was going to be crap because it was predictable. But now I know, just because the match is predictable doesn't mean it's going to be crap, because this match was awesome. So yeah, as wrap up, NXT Takeover Brooklyn was amazing. Finally, we had our first NXT pay-per-view, which was like in a crowd of 13,000 people here. It was awesome. Fully sold out. The crowd was amazing. They were chanting the whole night. They were going crazy the whole night. It was awesome. This match was like, this pay-per-view was probably the best NXT pay-per-view in history. My favorite NXT pay-per-view is actually NXT Takeover Fatal 4-Way, which happened a whole year ago, exactly 1 year ago. NXT Takeover Fatal 4-Way happened, and that's my favorite NXT Takeover NXT pay-per-view, because like leading up to that pay-per-view, I was so excited. I didn't know who was going to win. It was Sami Zayn, Adrian Neville, Tyson Kidd, and Tyler Breeze for the NXT Championship. That's probably still my favorite NXT pay-per-view, just because I was so excited for that match. Usually my favorite pay-per-views are the ones where I'm so excited for, not just the actual pay-per-view itself. But yeah, this is definitely probably my second favorite pay-per-view. It was amazing. Pretty much every single match here was awesome. It was such a good pay-per-view. Now the only question is, can SummerSlam top it? Hopefully, some people say no. I mean, who doesn't want a pay-per-view to top it? They're saying like they want NXT to be better than SummerSlam. I'm like, why do you just want to watch a shit SummerSlam? I mean, I want the next pay-per-view to top every other pay-per-view, you know what I mean? But yeah, SummerSlam's tomorrow. We got Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar, John Cena versus Seth Rollins. Is that going to be better than Bayley versus Becky Lynch? Becky Lynch, cheers, I said again. Bayley versus Sasha Banks. Is it going to be better than Kevin Owens versus Finn Balor? I don't know. We'll have to find out tomorrow. So in the comments below, tell me, what did you think of this pay-per-view? What was your favorite match of the night? And what was, which NXT pay-per-view is your favorite of all time? Yeah, my match of the night probably was this ladder match. It was so good. There was so many spots. I was literally on the edge of my seat the whole time. I was holding my breath, like, for most of the time. Like, he's not going to do that. Oh, my God. It was so good. Yeah, NXT TakeOver Brooklyn is definitely worth the $9.99 you pay for the network. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.